Well, check this out. So those are all the cows that calved this morning. It's 13, 8 cows, 5 heifers in there, so that's a pretty big day for us. I'm just shooting over to have a look at any more cows, see if they've calved, because I need to pick up a bale of hay. That's what I've really come up for, but I thought I'd go and have a look while I'm at it. Well, good afternoon everyone. So the weather has turned and it is pretty cold and wet today. Doesn't really look like there's anything happening over here at the moment, which might be nice because then there'll be no cows to milk this afternoon. So when I said 13 is a big day for us, it is. I really don't want more than 15 to calve because it's just a little bit hard. There's a lot of new calves to feed, plus 5 heifers coming in. That's a lot of new heifers to sort of teach or to train to milk. So sort of around that 10 to 12 mark's usually pretty good. There's no new calves over here, but I do understand a lot of people down south in those big herds, they have 50, 60, probably maybe even, I don't know, 80 new calves a day. But with just the 2 of us, like I said, a dozen's about our sweet spot. It's about 1:15, so by the time I come back at 3 o'clock, might be something, maybe not. But the calving mob is dwindling. There's probably only about maybe 50 in here now. The wind's really starting to pick up again too. It has been pretty windy. But this is what I've come for, so I want some of this good stuff. Just one bale will probably do. And I just need to stop by this shed because I've got some of this great muesli here. I'm going to start the calves on this, and what I do, I also put this Opti calf. This stuff is the absolute gears. It's so good. Just sort of binds them up a little bit. It's quite sweet. The calves like it, so I'm going to put some of this muesli in a bucket there, and then I'm just going to mix a bit of this in with it. Look at this. Just awesome. Coated in molasses. The calves love it. Smells real good. Heaps of good things in there. So I just sort of start them on this and then change to something else later on. Now just mix it through. So this powdery stuff, that Opti calf, it's called, I mix it with the feed. They can have it ad lib, but it's good stuff. Right, mix it in when I get over there. It's a bit hard to see from here. Maybe I need to go for a walk, maybe tomorrow, but down the bottom there, all that water's sort of drained out from that paddock, and this one there's still puddles lying in it. But there's sort of like islands out on the real wet stuff now. So it is going down slowly. But yeah, I don't know. You can see how brown it is there, so that paddock's pretty much stuffed. Shed's filling up. Those are the new ones from this morning, but can fit another 5 or 6, and then that's the 40 in here, which is good. But awesome thing about this shed is that it's just got these wooden feeders in it, which has got a spanner in that one. Something like that, just leave it there for them. So I've put them in the 3 troughs, one there, pile there, and then a pile down in the end pen. Oh, a couple of calves chewing on that hay already. Pretty inquisitive calves, so they'll just come and pick away at it. Filled up that side, and then one over there. It does come to the corner, but the rain sort of does come in a little bit, so I didn't fill that front one up. But those guys there, they really need to come into here soon. Like the calves are going for a pick now, and then they can go outside probably in the next couple of days. We get a nice fine spell of weather like this. You want to try and get that hay into them as soon as possible because it's good for rumen development. They'll just pick away at that over the next couple of days. But Mike and Damon have been here this morning and they've done quite a bit of work. They have fixed all the poles so they're all straight and ready for concrete tomorrow. So they're all sitting on blocks down there just so the concrete can get under them and get a nice good footing. But I think what they're going to do is just drive the concrete truck in here, or every second base in there, and the middle one and in the end one, and then they don't have to wheelbarrow anything. But it's looking mint. Check that out. Progress. They've actually got to get signed off, so there's a building inspector coming out tomorrow at, is it 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock? One of the two, and then the concrete is coming at 2, I think. So hopefully he says everything's all good and we can just whack some concrete in the holes, because I need to get that wood chip out of there. But I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Nice early start. Alarm went off at about 5, so sleeping's officially gone. But something else is happening this morning which is pretty exciting. Our 22-23 season has officially started. We're just putting milk in the vat for the very first time this morning. Very exciting. Because there's not a lot of milk going in there at the moment, we'll be on every second day pickup. So the tank will come tomorrow night, pick that milk up, and hopefully we go grade free. Because usually if you're going to get a grade, and what they call a grade is if you have a high cell count over 400,000, or a few other little things you can get it for too. It's usually on the first or second pickup, so fingers crossed that we get away scot-free on this one. Haven't got one in the last 3 or 4 seasons, so hopefully it stays the same. Just here's the cows that are calved this morning, so there's only 2 heifers and 3 cows, which is nice, smaller day. But check out this weather. It was supposed to be raining today, and it's beautiful. It's so nice and warm. Great day for laying a bit of concrete, I reckon, but it must be almost about 10 o'clock now, so those poles are getting signed off by the building inspector. Mike's down there currently. We'll go catch up with him soon and see if there's any problems, which I don't think there should have been, hopefully not. Well, turns out must have got the building inspection, eh Mike?
Yes, we definitely got the building inspection. It's all go.
He's all go, so he was pretty happy with how everything was looking.
Very pleased.
Very, very pleased. Almost there, but this truck's probably almost empty, so he's carrying 5 cube in there, and we need in total 6.2 to do all the holes. So there's another truck getting filled at the moment, and he will come and just finish off the ones that we don't quite get done. So that's it, that truck's empty. Just got to put a little bit more in there, and then it's just these 2 poles. But what we might do is just get the wheelbarrow and maybe just fill these up just a little bit more. So see that one, you get another wheelbarrow load around there, probably a lot of these ones down the back. Perfect timing. Geez, it's really been a 4 seasons kind of day today. It's just been raining this afternoon. It's a big change from the sun being out this morning. And it's sort of warm at the moment, but you get these like real little cold snaps that come through with the rain. So it's an interesting sort of a day. Everything's all wet again. But concrete is all done, so that is a massive plus for today. I've just got to leave these on for a couple of days. Mike said he wants to let the concrete cure a bit before taking those braces off, which is fine, but I really need to get that wood chip in here. But if you're watching and you've got a shed like this that you rear calves in, it is a 9 metre deep by about 4 metre wide. How many calves do you get in a pen? I was thinking 25. Would you get 25 or 20? 25 would be mean, 3 bays with all my replacements. But I've never done it before, so I'm not quite sure. So drop me a comment, that'd be awesome if you know. And another question I will throw at you, because me and Dad are debating this at the moment. So the front of the shed here is going to be 3.6 or 3.2 metres high. I think it's 3.2, I'm not too sure. But the back's going to be, I think it's 3 or 2.8. So the question is, if you've got room, like if these are high enough, would you try and push your shed roof higher to get more space in there? Hopefully it's making sense, but if you do that, you're going to use more iron, so it's a little bit more expensive. But my thinking is that it's just better to go bigger, because then you've always got the space for storage, say hay bales, straw bales, whatever, something like that. Dad's keen to do it the original, to keep it lower at the front here, so the wind and or the rain doesn't sort of blow in, because the higher you go, the more it's going to blow in. But I'm not sure. I think it's better to go bigger and have more storage. But yeah, I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know, interested to know. Just a little interesting note to point out, these poles here are actually bigger than what was supposed to be here. So these poles at the back here, they are shorter than the front two. Those ones were always supposed to be this length, but you can see they're not quite as round. So the whole shed was supposed to have poles that round, but we had to upgrade because you couldn't get, or there was short supply of them or something. So I guess it doesn't really matter, just costs a little bit more, I suppose. But Mike is actually away for the next 10 days. He is helping Damien build over in Hamilton, so he's not going to be able to make a start to the shed, but when he's done there, he's going to be back and get those piles up. We'll get the walls done, and I'm not actually sure what the correct building terms for it is, but there's purlins, and that might be the roof, and whatever. So hopefully sort of the end of next week he might crack on and get started with that. So probably not going to have calves in it this year, but I do need to get that wood chip moved too, because I've got PK coming on the 5th, or I ordered it for the 5th, so I sort of want to get it out of there in the next 5 or 6 days. It's the 26th today, I think, which gives me a little bit of room for movement. But it is looking good and it has taken shape. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. That'll pretty much do it for today, and like always, give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. And apart from that, see you next time.